right, great Friday morning, everyone. Hope you're doing well. It's Cesar Mascoro Jr. with Manufacturing Home Sales Mastery. And with our 15 minutes mastery that we do each and every day to get you some information, inspiration, motivation so that you can go out and attack the day. And today we've got episode number 551. That's right, 551 episodes of 15 minutes of mastery because we want to make sure that every single day you've got something that's going to help you get your day started off on the right foot. Uh, Today, look, and I've been on this tearing spree with everybody that I've been talking to about vision. And is your vision big enough? Okay, I want to share something with you guys, but before I do that, check this out. The quote for today comes from Oprah Winfrey, which says, "Create the grandest vision possible for your life because you become what you believe." And I strongly 1000% believe that. Think about Oprah Winfrey and who she was, where she came from, everything that she has done and what she has become, whether you agree with her or not. But the bottom line is she went from nothing to a multi-billionaire. And this from a person who just put one foot in front of the other, took one step in front of the other, believed, had a big vision, and just went out and made it happen. So if she could do it, anybody can do it. And that's how most people get started off in life, and most successful people make it happen that way. But I want to share something with you as it applies to the manufactured home world. Okay. So there is this sales consultant that I want you guys to see who is on LinkedIn. Oh my gosh. And let's see right here. Add that there. Perfect. So he doesn't know that I'm doing this, but man, it is too good not to share. Dustin Mason is a sales consultant in New Braunfels, Texas, who ended up the fiscal year at his location having sold 87 homes by himself. 87 homes in 12 months. Okay. And this is a guy who works at a retail location. A lot of those deals he had to find land for, he had to get everything done. And he still ended up with 87 homes delivered. And that's why I tell you and I ask you, is your vision big enough? Are you thinking big enough for what it is that you're trying to accomplish? Because truth of the matter is, I say it all the time, this industry is one that you can really accomplish great things, big things, but you just have to put in the work. You see, no one community, no one retail center, no one individual is going to be able to sell all of the homes that are needed across the country. You have to understand there's a shortage of 18 million homes in the United States over the next 10 years. 18 million. Okay. And with that being said, only 100,000, a little over 100,000 manufactured homes are sold every year across the country. 100,000. That's a gap of 19,999,000. Right? Yeah. Okay. That's a lot. And that's why I tell you, wherever you're sitting at, whether you're in California, New York, in Florida, or right here in Texas, is your vision big enough? And are you putting in the work that's needed to be able to find those families? Okay. If this one individual did 87, and he wasn't even number one. If you look at right, and look at those numbers, he wasn't even number one. Number one passing by one home. This young lady, I don't know what location she's at, but 87 homes in 1 year. That means that there's that many families because you think about just in the state of Texas alone, there's 16,000 manufactured homes, over 16,000 sold every single year. And when you stop and think, you're like, damn, that's an 87. Wow. But if you look at in the grand scheme of things, okay, I want you to do the math with me. If we take 87 homes and divide it by 16,000, that's still less than 1% of the total amount of homes sold in the state of Texas. And that's why I tell you, no matter where you're at, Idaho, Indiana, West Virginia, I don't care. There's more than enough business out there. You just need to find it. You just need to have the vision big enough to be able to go out and get it. Don't put yourself in a little box and say, these are the only people that I can sell to. You can sell to whomever. There are so many different types of people out there that are looking to buy homes. Now, depending on where you're at, right? You have a certain client base that you're after. But even if you're limited and saying, hey, these are this is the income requirements that we need based on the homes that we sell and things of that nature, like here, as far as site rent's concerned, well, taking those things in consideration, our buyers need to have X amount of income. Whatever that income is, there are more than enough buyers out in whatever city you're in or whatever area you're in to be able to accomplish that. You just need to go find them. You need to understand somebody like Mason or Olivia who did 88 homes in a year, and we can go down the numbers. There are so many people that do between 80 to 60 homes every single year by themselves, all across the country. Those people simply understand who their customer is. And they are only looking for them. They will only move with them. They respect their time. They respect the product. They respect their company. They respect themselves enough to understand I can't help everybody. But I also have these big goals that I'm after, because why would somebody deliver 80 homes, 88 homes in a year if they didn't have big goals? If they didn't have huge things they wanted to accomplish for themselves? Because 40 and 50 homes a year will pay you really, really well. So to get to that level of 60, 70, 80, it takes vision. So I ask you, what is your vision like? How big is your vision? Because you can accomplish anything you want. Now, I'm not saying that if you dream big and you're saying, man, I'm looking at doing this thing and it's a multi-million-dollar type of operation. I'm not saying that you're going to maybe accomplish that by selling homes, but what I am telling you is this can lead to that. You see, because to get to whatever level you're trying to get to, it's going to take money. If you're looking at building out another business or doing something on a big scale, it takes money to get that done, and you can make that money here to be able to do that. So what is your vision? How do you have it set up? Because too many people have a very, very small vision. And look, I'm here to tell you, there's a lot of people that lead very successful lives. They do really well in this industry, right? But my thing is this: there's an opportunity to do so much more. Why limit yourself? I'm trying to be like Miyagi here and get this fly that's coming around here. Why limit yourself just because you feel, well, I reached this point? Why don't you push yourself and go to the next level? Push yourself and achieve more, do more, right? Joe says it's financial freedom for him. Joe and I got on a phone call a couple of days ago. I'm forgotten about you, Joe. I'm going to reach out to you today, man, so we can get everything set up. But it's once you reach that thing, you see if you're a person that is a high level type of person, a top performer. Once you reach a certain level, then you start looking up and you start seeing that, man, just like they say, right, that the top of this mountain that I just climbed is actually the beginning of another mountain to be climbed. That's the great thing about opportunity. That's the great thing about this country and capitalism and everything that you have available to you. You have that opportunity and you have the responsibility to make it happen. Because those of us that show up, if we're only showing up and doing the bare minimum, not only are we letting ourselves down, our families down, but we're letting the families down that are out there that need us. When we don't operate at the fullest, when we're not pushing ourselves all the time, when we're not trying to accomplish as much as we can and more, we're letting those people down, and we're not taking on the responsibility that we have as an industry and the responsibility really that God has given us as humankind to take care of one another. We're in an industry where we can really provide for other folks, and we should. So just because, man, maybe 1 month I got 3 or 4 homes sold and delivered or funded, doesn't mean I left my foot off the gas. How can I get 6 next month? And I get 6, how can I get 8 next month? If you go back in that LinkedIn profile for that Dustin Mason, you look at his numbers. He ended with 87 and a half homes sold, right, in the past 12 months. You look at the month before, he was at 72 and a half. He delivered 15 homes by himself last month, the last month of the year for him in April. That's pushing yourself. That's executing at a very high level. That's having a big vision. So what can you do for yourself? Right? And I agree 1,000% with what Stephen just wrote here in his comment. People that invest in themselves and make their visions a reality. It could be time, money, or two very important resources in life, right? We've got to invest. I say you got to invest both. The time, obviously, but you have to invest the money also to get better. You have to invest the money in other people or other companies and other things that are going to help improve you as an individual in everything, not just professionally, but in your physical health and in everything that goes on in your life. You have to continue to grow. You have to continue to improve on those things. So, with that being said, how can we make it happen here? I want to give you the top 5 ways that you can go out and expand your vision today and go out and execute. All right. So that you can operate at a whole different level as well. So let's start right here. First and foremost, you have to imagine your dream life. You have to stop and put some time into this. Not just comfortable. Okay. No, stop that. Stop it. Okay. Don't let anybody squash it out. Hey, don't be thinking too big. Hey, you get your head out of the clouds. Stop that. Imagine, what is your dream life and how much does that cost? What does that look like? Okay. Because like I said, okay, maybe you're not going to make multi-million dollars, which there are people within this industry that make million plus, okay, per year. But anyway, maybe you're not going to make $8-10 million a year here, but if you are right now at a point where you can live a lifestyle, or you can live your life on $50,000-$60,000 a year, and you turn this career into something that's making you $150,000, $200,000, $250,000. Now you've got another $150,000 that you can take and put into something else that is going to grow that. Maybe start a second business. Start a business that somebody else is running for you and growing that while you're in here making the money that needs to be made to fund that thing, while that grows and turns and develops into something else. So what does that dream life look like, and what is it going to cost you? Because once you know that, now you've got to figure out, okay, who benefits from this thing besides me and this life that I'm dreaming of, because it's my dream life. Who else is going to benefit from it? How much do I like these people? Typically, it's your loved ones, right? Your immediate family, your kids, your spouse. Those are people that you're bringing with you, right? And now you attach that emotional attachment to it, kind of like we do with our customers. What's the emotional reason you're trying to buy a house, right? You attach that because that is what's going to pull you through in those times you want to quit. But we're not quitters, are we? We're not quitters at all. So who's going to benefit from it? And then you devise the long-term plan. Okay, this dream life that I want, it's going to take X amount of years. No, man, don't say it's going to take you 20, 30 years. What are you going to accomplish over the next 5 years? What are you going to accomplish over the next 5 years? Where will you be at in regards to this dream life over the next 5? How can you just minimize the amount of time it's going to take to accomplish that? All right. We are in 2025. You got tools like AI and so much that can help you just speed this thing up. You got companies, if you're in the manufactured home industry, you got companies like ours, Manufactured Home Sales Mastery, that'll help you speed your success up in the industry, in your sales, and everything that you do. You've got other things out there, resources out there that will help you speed things up. So compress the amount of time that it's going to take you. If you think it's going to take me 10 years, do it in 5. All right. But devise that long-term plan. And now with that in place, now here's the thing. How many homes will it take each year to get to that point? If you're talking about starting another business, okay, what's it going to take? What kind of capital do you need to start this other business? All right. So how many homes do you need to be funding every single year to be able to live your life and do that? And you can't let yourself off the hook. You've got to make that happen. You got to make that plan and you got to work that plan. But it comes down to this last and final thing, which is execute daily on the plan that helps you reach that long-term goal. Okay. How do we execute daily? By having a daily plan. What are you doing today? Okay. What needs to get done today? Are you planning these things out before? Are you working, or are you just kind of shooting from the hip? You're showing up and you kind of, let me see what I get done today. Because if that's who you are, you're not going to get to the point that you want to get to. Okay. It's a wish and a dream, but you're not executing. You don't have the discipline. That's okay. Look, I was that kind of person myself. And that's why this is another reason why you should partner up with us. If you're in the sales industry, manufacturing, you need that accountability. You need that mentorship. You need, well, I'm an adult. Man, it's not about that. It's about having the support to accomplish what you're after. And success is truly a team sport. And you need other resources around you to make it happen. And we are one of those, right? That's why we do what we do. That's why we continue to grow, man. We continue to push the envelope. We don't rest on our laurels, man. I live tired, but we got to keep going. We got to keep making things happen. We got to keep pushing ourselves. That's right. Running mates, man. We need running mates that help us get to where we're going. And that's why we tell you, you need to take control of your life. You need to take control of what's going on in your career so that you can make things happen. And that's why we continue to develop new programs. We continue. Right now, we're working on doing a live in-person training class in Arizona and one in Florida. One in June in Arizona, one in July in Florida. And we're going to come out with the announcement, if not over the weekend, by Monday at the latest. And man, if you can hop your butt on a plane and get out there wherever you're at, come on and visit us. But there's more than enough people in Florida and Arizona to fill this thing up. But we're going to start bringing this to the road. We're going to start taking this on the road, not just to our clients, but to you, the masses. Now we're friends, aren't we? I think you can understand that we are here. We're the real thing. And we are here to make great things happen for you. So we're going to take our show on the road and start bringing it to the areas and filling it up with you so that you can take your life, your business, your career to a whole new level. So stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, man, you know where we're going with this, right? Here's your opportunity.
For far too long, the manufactured home industry has been underestimated, and that changes now. MHEI and Manufactured Home Sales Mastery are proud to come together and bring you the MHEI Academy. It's the professional housing consultant certification program that is unlike anything you've ever seen before. When I first launched Manufactured Home Sales Mastery, our mission was to revolutionize the sales force within the industry, and this is just another step in that direction. For the last 2 years, we've worked with over 400 sales consultants and community managers all across the country to help them level up in their effectiveness, efficiency, and professionalism. And now we're bringing you a foundational training course that is going to help take your sales teams to a whole new level. That is the MHEI Academy. This is the moment that the industry levels up. We're not training salespeople, we're building professionals. We've helped hundreds sharpen their skills, and now it's your turn. We've proven the results that can happen when you work with purpose. You've got two choices of what you can do: evolve or get left behind. This is the foundation, the launch pad, the starting point. So go get signed up right now and take advantage of the MHEI Academy's Professional Housing Consultants Certification Program. It's the starting line that's going to help take your teams to a whole new level.
There you go. Go to that link that's scrolling down at the bottom, training.manufacturedhousing.org/special. Get yourself signed up, get your seat lined up for this brand new foundational training course. Gets you your official professional housing consultant certification through Manufactured Housing Institute, the only actual certification as a professional housing consultant. Go get yours right now. But reach out to us. Like I said, we're going to be in Arizona in June 13th, 14th. We're going to be in Florida, Orlando. We're going to be in Orlando, Florida, July, I believe it's 18th and 19th. All right. But we'll have all the details, if not over the weekend, by Monday at the latest, so that you can be there with us. We're going live, baby. We're taking this show on the road. We're going to help you get to that next level. Have a great Friday. Go out and do some fantastic things. We'll be in here with another Selling Saturday tomorrow. And until then, my friends, as always, can't wait to meet you.